Nipah! Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Daily Nipah, Rika Furude Simulator 25. Get yourself here at socksmadepeoplesexy.net/games or .itch.io. Free as a bee at both locations, amongst many other games. Rika? Oh, we got a full classic one here. Rika Furude Simulator 24. This one does not happen often at all anymore. It's classic. Hello, Rika. You feeling a little retro-inspired yourself today? We're playing some Zexion, so you're gonna play some Rika Furude Simulator 24. What's going on up there, YouTubers? What's going on up there, everybody? Hope you're having a wonderful week, and that's a triple-double. I don't have my controller here yet, but it will be at some point today. We finished up our Space Wolf run yesterday, and the next one's going to be the Assassinorum, which has 5 different assassins to choose from. Could be a lot of fun. Hey, Goblin, how you doing today? Hopefully you got some good sleep. There's another triple-double. We're awake. We aren't fake. We just watched a bunch of YouTube this morning. Debating on what I really wanted to do today, whether it wanted to be the Assassinorum or Zexion, because my controller's not here yet. But I opted for Zexion because I wanted to get that extra day in between finishing our last run and starting a new one. And Zexion's been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I've not been able to twin stick it for whatever reason. My right analog stick is just not doing well. Yeah, and I could open it up and clean it, and it might work fine. And then I'll have 2 controllers to use, which I'd be more than happy with. But I'll have to wait. What's up, Pell? I didn't want to end up destroying this controller by mistake. I didn't even look at it. Ugh. It's got the classic screws in it. You need the special tool for it. I remember it. I have them though, because the NES cartridges have those kind of screws in them. What's up, X-Gemini? It's coming today. It hasn't come yet. I can check after this Daily Nipah, but it'll probably be a couple of hours before it gets here. Going on, everybody, today. We want the pad now. Yeah, I agree. Want the pad now. Do it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all in a row, baby. That's a straight, Rika. That's a straight. You little nerd. Sometimes you just gotta scream. Sometimes you just gotta scream. Get on the patio with a rocking chair and a menacing look. That will make the package come in faster, I guarantee. Back in my day, the mail came at 9 in the morning. No matter what. What's taking you so goddamn long? What's up, Bo? Lebo 6G. That's a triple double, hey hey, triple double, hey hey. Also had the lawn mowing services going out this morning, so it was a little bit noisy. That's all in the past. Hopefully we can get some Zexion going here. Buh. We'll see. I mean, I'll be able to play it regardless. But the new controller is not here yet, so we're gonna have to do some other controlling for the mind to... I mean, it's just the right analog that doesn't work. I can still play the game just fine. With some, you know, quicker sections being troublesome because I can't use the right analog, but we can get around that. Until the controller comes, the controller black hole comes, won't you, son? And wash away the rain. We'll have to see, we'll have to see. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. I agree, Rika, I agree. We're gonna go back into the Metroid-ish atmosphere of Zexion. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And you got this little... You're going for the classic setup today, so it's only fitting that we're doing classic setup here. This is all OG. Beep beep. Yeah, I'm sure. It even says Rika Farude Simulator 25 on the top of the screen. Also, oh, that's triple double. The Tragic Fates wouldn't be on this screen if there wasn't the right version. Yo! Silver Moon resubbing for 108 months. That's amazing. Thank you so very much. Silver Moon, what's going on? How did you enjoy Silk Song? Hype, hype, hype. 108 months is absolutely redonkulous. That is from the beginning kind of support. A right version. That's true. Just wouldn't know the Tragic Fates were there. Been fun but difficult. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's triple double. That's triple double there, Rika. That's another triple double there, Rika. Yeah, that game's tough. I started playing again a little bit off stream. That is another straight. My goodness, Rika, you are on fucking fire today with the classic look. The pacing of the game isn't great. I still think it's a little too tough on average in the beginning. Maybe there's a purpose for that in the greater meaning of the game, I don't know. However, I still feel it's a little bit mean. But I feel the later you get into it, the more stuff you unlock, that it just keeps flowing better and better. It's a great game. It's a great game. Sha! Friend! I've been watching some YouTube shorts that use a lot of Hornets. Little language bits in them. It's great. I want to go back and fight things now that I have all the stuff unlocked, but there's no arena to fight in. Wee wee woo woo. I had that delicious In-N-Out for lunch yesterday, which was great. Then I had some pizza for dinner. It was a very tasty day yesterday. I had some pizza, some frozen DiGiorno pizza. We made 2 of them, and we split in half, and me and Aunt each had half of each of the pizzas. It was just pep and sausage pep. There wasn't like a big variety, but it was there. Friend! So she's doing the opposite of nerfing herself. Oh, she is healing herself. And it is nerf or nothing, so... Burger, pizza, yeah, 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 yeah. All 4 of them ended up making her own pizza last night. Because there was dough in the fridge and we didn't want it to go bad. And it looked delightful as well. It was just a nice pizza night. It was a nice pizza night. It was pizza. Pizza the night. Call the pizza! Call the pizza! That's a triple-double. That's a triple-double. Oh, but that was tasty yesterday. Our Space Wolves run came to an end yesterday, but that was a lot of fun. I had a great time with it. The Space Wolves are super, super fun, in my opinion. One of the most fun and fleshed out Marines in the normal game, I'd say. They actually are pretty damn good in the normal game. I like their dropships a lot. I like their drop pods and then their assault. Space Wolves Assault. What the heck is it called? The assault transport that drops the 2 extra dreads when you land. I think that was great. The only thing that I think vehicle-wise they can improve on is the leave and rust, because those turrets just aren't that good. Like, every other turret is better than the battle cannon, I think. That much passion in my beloved Blood Angels. Maybe in the future. Also, we have that color-changing kit now. We can just, you know, roleplay as Blangels. Turn everybody red with white, I think, is their trim. Or maybe it's black is their trim. I'd have to look up some Blood Angel pictures to like get the color right, but now we can just copy and paste it on every other one there. Or somebody might do specific. The reason Space Wolves got such amazing art and such is because somebody came in and made all that art. It was what was their name? Chaotic Tabris. She did a great job with all that art. With light white splashes for the wings. If you know how to do pixel art and you made a bunch of pixel art for them, I bet they would. I think pixel art's one of the biggest things keeping them from being a thing, because you just need to make art for all the separate chapters. That's another straight. Bet there could be some Blood Angels there, or you could just play Death Watch and get Blood Angels that way. And 3D art's not a good one to boot. Well, that last part I don't think is true. However, it's cool that you are a 3D artist. And well, yeah, pixel art is just different in general. Like, it always seems like it's one of the more simpler things that you can gotta go pixel by pixel, but like, you still have to make pictures out of it. And I suck at art completely. We saw that when I did my drawing stream a couple weeks ago. But I have mad respect for artists that make those things look so realistic and awesome. The Space Wolves, not to mention the Space Wolves got their own like weapons and stuff. They're really cool. And you know, Rozigma. I like their whole play style. Like, they have specific weapons in their dropships or anything. I just wish their Lehman Russes were a little bit more better, I guess. But their final craft is great. I like that one a lot too, with all the las cannons on top of it. Like, hell, if you could give the Lehman Russ with 2 of those dual las cannon turrets, that's almost another straight trick. What is going on today, Rika? You are on fire with the fucking rolls today. And angels require a lot of work. Besides, they got so many little rules. Sure, those could be put in for like their armor sets or something to give them those kind of bonuses and stuff. I'm sure there's even more that could be implemented for the Space Wolves. They don't even have a wolf. They don't have a wolf. A wolf unit. They do when they're the enemy, but that unit would probably be too strong in human hands since it's like invisible until it's like 3 squares away. But hey, one step at a time. Derek's is working on some Grey Knight SMTs. That's a double triple. So that may be very interesting to check out in the near future as well. Thunderwolf Cavalry. I guess it is what you imagine. Space Marine riding giant wolves. Nice. So basically, they'd get a wolf tank unit. But there's just no way to really do that in XCOM, I don't think. Because 2x2s always get kind of... I mean, look what happened with Miz at the end of, of our Space Wolf campaign. Literally got one shot when they went out there. And that could have been 4 other Marines in that spot. That's why I say vehicles should just have the ability to bring 2x2 units on the side. That way, they're actually useful. Oh, it's noon. Adding a melee attack. The bikes, I think, have a melee attack, which is quite good. Bum 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 bum. There's a 4 house. Rika continues to be absolutely on fire today. Yeah, you could just respite a bike into a wolf somehow, and or just take a... I don't know how you would do it, really, if it's supposed to be riding a wolf like that. It would have to be a 2x2 unit, for sure. The only other way I could think about doing something like that is if they can take like a wolf item in combat and spawn it in the mission to where they could ride on it. That way you could still have a bunch of people come as single units, but they can turn into 2x2 units. But I don't know how that would work with the coding. Probably a giant hassle. That's a triple-double. Triple-double Rika. Be interesting, though, to get some wolf action in there. Their wolf and Terminators should basically be that. Their wolf and Terminator armor desperately needs to get upgraded. It is by far their weakest high-end armor. Or maybe Wolfens should be able to get their own version of, like, relic armor or something, or an LE10 that has, like, vicious claws. A little too convenient, maybe. There's another triple-double. Rika's on fire today. Fire today. Yeah, I mean, that's already a thing on, like, the Land Raider, the Scouts vehicle. Like, there's, like, 8 extra spots just for big vehicles on it. So that's a possibility in the game. To add, like, extra sprites just for, or extra spots just for heavy weapons platforms, which I think would help a lot with getting a lot more of the dreadnoughts and stuff into the game, or the penitent engine, or any of the 2x2 units, instead of taking up 4 player spots. 1x2 units would be cool, but they would be impossible. Well, I guess I don't know, it'd probably be a nightmare to try to code it to turn. It would look cool to have 1x2 bike units, though, I will say. I think that would be a great way to do it, if it were possible. Maybe there'll be a big addition to BOXC or OXC in the future that just allows that, but that's triple-double. But from what it sounds like, that's not going to be much of a thing. That's your 11th triple-double of the day. Holy cannolis. You are big ball and shot calling today, Rika. Feeling that classic look, huh? But I think there's so much cool that they could come out of that. That's another triple-double. That's 12 on the day, Rika. Jeepers. Orcs are actually getting like a full-time orc thing coming up soon. I believe in the next big release of Rosigma that Kriegsmen are also going to be a playable strat. So with the addition of the Assassinorum that got added, Space Wolves, the Kriegsmen that's going to be added, and Orcs, there's like, that's so much work. It really is impressive how much shit comes out for Rosigma. That is another triple-double. And these peeps aren't getting paid for this. They're doing it because they love XCOM and Warhammer. And XCOM just happens to fit Warhammer extremely well, I feel. Not everything, of course. If vehicles could, like, move and be destroyed and stuff, I think that would make it a little bit more Warhammer-like on the tabletop, but the fact that it is the way that it is it's really awesome and interesting. They fit, they mesh, they combine well. And there's been so much work on this mod. I'd love to see a 1x2 unit XCOM for bike reasons. I would love to see more spots on dropships to add tanks, essentially. So tanks get a little bit more love, especially on the endgame dropships. Since 2x2 units are almost never going to be worth it at the endgame because of all the big grav guns that you got to face anyway. Or heavy plasmas and stuff like that. Like, they're really not going to last. There's very little reason, even if you have a really topped-out Dreadnought, to actually use a Dreadnought on the last mission. Which one was XCOM for 40k? Very buggy one, but it was there. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. But I never played it. But I don't know, I just, like, default XCOM feels so right with Warhammer, since it's the tabletop kind of thing. Just hoping that OXCE gets an update to the point to where we can do even more fun stuff with it. Maybe I should try to go full, like, aggressive strat in the future. Maybe I should just get into hollow grenade, hollow grenades. The decoy grenades and smoke, and I should just, like, go hard into that with the assassin strat and try to get aggressive, or maybe more assault marine strat. Throw a bunch of those out there, throw a bunch of smokes. And then when they all get out there to kill them, we assault them and stuff like that. Yeah, absolutely. The devs put a hell of a lot of work, especially the artists, I would say. All these sprites had to be made from scratch, essentially. I mean, from other used assets and changed around, but it's really impressive, the artwork that's in this mod. It really is. 4 more tragic fates, Rika, and then we are on to some Zexion. Some Zexion, no. That's a crazy amount of trip dubs and straights and dub trips and 4 houses. This is one of your most trip dub days, I want to say, ever. 13 trip dubs in a single sesh is quite a lot. Alright, and that is going to be it. Thank you so much for joining for another Rika Farude Daily Nipah. Remember, you can pick it up yourself at socksmadepeoplesexy.net/games or .itch.io. It's free. And until next time, lovelies, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that as well. That is the wrong thing. Apologize. I also didn't shake my head. Sorry about that. Positive vibes. And remember...